How is everybody? Welcome, welcome. Welcome if it's your first time, and welcome, welcome back if you come again. So I'm going to do a twin flame, divine masculine, divine feminine, and we got some. I heard what I heard today. Somebody said, I think cousin, and I liked that, like cousin karmics. If we got some cousin karmics in the room, you're as well, absolutely welcome. Right, we're all here to help each other get through, right, the next gate we need to get through. Look, the answers you need are coming. To start off. So if you're first time here, I'm Metaphysical Mama. I welcome you. I so appreciate your time, energy, and spending this time and energy and space with me and tuning in to tune up our immortal instruments. And just turn this a little down, this little. So let's see what we got. I'm just gonna throw a mix. You ain't gotta go to work. First, they're gonna plot me to a commercial. So yeah, the goal, you're very close to achieving your goal. As I was about to say, the goal on my channel or in anything I do is to just I channel information through spirit, and I use tarot or whatever. I work with energy. So, energy never lies. People do. And we don't always lie on purpose. We, fib or conceal or mask things in order to hide things, or right, because we're afraid or in fear. It's just too of being right, not being accepted, or right, if we won't, then people won't love us if they know, or if we, is that right or wrong, all the things that we question ourselves about in our heads and go cuckoo for fucking cuckoo puffs over. A time to give rather than take. You ain't gotta go to work, but you gotta do the work, right? The energy is gaining momentum. And please like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you can get notified when I pop up as well. And please feel free to post through any old videos too. Anything that you're gravitated toward, there's a message for you, right? The word coincidence, coinciding, right? When something happens or appears to concur, right, happen at the same time, coincide, right? They're happening alongside one another, right? They drive it in the flow of traffic, right? We drive next to, on the highway, next to people on the other lane. We stay in the flow best we can. It's time to release negativity. So those are some, I thought there was more. I'm like, what? So a time to give rather than take. Energy is gaining momentum. And it's time to release negative bullshit. Right? And there's a Scorpio up in there, right, twins? Twinsies. Pluto energy. And Virgo. And we just had a full moon in Pisces. Last night was September 20th. Today's September 21st. So today is 9/21/2021, which is a 17 day, which we can also break down to an 8. So all those vibrations are of all the frequencies of all those numbers, right? 9. Today is the 21st, so 21, and then 2021, right? 21, 2021. Lots of 222s, lots of 22s going on. At 9, right? 9 is like the invisible number, like octopus, right? Octopus has 9 brains, right? And pops out Algol, right? So Algol star system, right? Disappears, blinks in and out, right? It was just 519, ancestral blood cleaning. And look at the bigger picture. This came up earlier too. And so it's kind of like a disappearing number. It can, right? And 1 through 9 equals 10, which is masculine, feminine vibration, right? Masculine, a linear and a circle. I sip on my sock monkey coffee because I just made a nice cup of French roast for the afternoon. Happy or evening time now. It's 6:13 my time, Eastern Standard Time, on September 21st, 2021. Presently in this now moment. It's just 6:09 in, right? Tesla Nimbus. So, you know, as we continue traveling through space and time, twin flames, because you know what's up. It feels good to be able to like, yeah, kind of like, oh, I haven't been able to like, I feel like really, like this is like a nice vibe right here now. So I look forward to whoever, yeah, right, catches this wave whenever they arrive and freaking, right. We got to get the cosmic surfing banner going, right, and surfing the wave, right, the stream, the magic stream, right, the current that takes us where we need to go, right. And while we're alongside Pluto, right, we're letting go of what no longer serves us, right? We allow and accept and we don't look back, right? It's like the story of Orpheus and Eurydice. That was in one of our videos last week, one day. And, you know, Orpheus was allowed to come down into hell to save Eurydice because he loved her so much. And Hades felt so bad for him and gave him the opportunity to, right, come down into hell and save Eurydice. But he said the one condition was that you don't look back, right? She's going to be behind you, following you. Don't look back. But he got afraid. He was scared. Right before he came to the door, Adele sang, "Gotta let go." Right? And he looked back and she fell back into hell forever. So this is about moving forward and staying in our now and present moment, right? We don't go too far in the past and we don't go too far in the future. Once we start getting too far ahead of ourselves, right, in our mind, we can make ourselves crazy, right? So we are just, right, attempting the best we can, commercials, to, geez, adversaries, right? They're like, any chance they look at 616. Oh, really? It's like any chance they get, they're like, hey, and it's so loud, right? You ever notice when there's like fucking commercial, they do that, they blast the volume because they know most people walk outside of their, like when in TV times, especially when people are so glued to the propaganda box, the television, which most still are, I guess. I don't even have a cable box in here. I don't have, it's like I see TV if I'm around somebody else. Otherwise, I have, right, I either have meditation music on or like my jams or whatever, or I'm listening to, right, somebody else on YouTube or a documentary, right, I'm engaging in something that is either, right, in the vibration I'm in, you know. Why do I have to keep listening to all these other things being thrown out and scattered just so I can feel scattered when all I have to do is, right, we know twin flame, right? And it's hard. This shit's hard. Yeah. But we got to come from the heart chakra and balance out and keep it moving, right? So the more we keep it moving is, and sometimes we keep it moving by being fucking still, right? And so you as twin flames, know what the fuck I'm talking about, right? Because sometimes when we say things, people say that we're um hypocritical, and no, we're just neutral. We see both sides and we're not getting involved with that shit. So we keep it moving, right? So, but when we need to get involved, right? Spiritual warrior gangsters, we do, because we're God's warriors. And that's what the fuck is up, and that's it. And we don't apologize for that shit either. We don't look back. If we're given a task, it's done. It's already done. Cheers. Monkey cap song. Dag spirit was like coming through with force. Of course. Direct from source. Woo woo. Oh, it's just 11:03 in the minutes in the stream. Oh. So the answers we need are coming. And again, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell, because the more we grow, naturally, of course, because I ain't here to get right paid and have all this extra whatever be brought to me. And whatever I do get, I share with my peoples. And that's it. It's all of us together, right? The law of one. So however we're all swimming, it's like one big school of fish, one big fish. We are all one. So if it's good for me, it has to be good for you too, right? I don't want to take anything from you, and I would hope you don't want to take anything from me. So that's how we, right? And if, right, then you may get a, right, throw them bows. You may, I may have to wiggle away from you if you're trying to constrict me in some kind of manner. Yeah. I can't swim if you're holding on to me. Right. But at the same fact, right, we all help each other out when someone needs help, but we gotta let each other know. It's like, yo, right, right, quantum mechanics. It's like bloop 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 bloop. Right, binary star system, binary codes. Where do you get their binary codes from? Right, from all of us, like bleep 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 bleeping all over the place. Ah. It's nuts, yeah. Oh my goodness gracious! But we signed up for this ride, right? So, and look, I had made all these cards, and I did a little shuffle, but I when I shuffled, this came flying out. So I would just like you to know that you are absolutely loved, right? We are loved, no matter what the fuck. 1313. You know, we go through shit. Sometimes we get messy, right? And we've signed up for the right toughest of, say, lives, so we could get grimy and down in the dirty dirt, right? It's like when you watch like Dirty Jobs and whatever on TV, it's like, right, we're dealing with, right, how to, right, demons and, right, portals and quantum physics and astrophysics and metaphysics and the mixture and combinations of freaking chemistry and alchemy, and also just trying to be like, yeah, kosher, normal, like, right, human, right? You know, and 144,000 and chosen ones. And again, whoever appears here, if these titles and labels aren't familiar, don't worry about that. It was just 1414, right? We don't, some of them aren't going to apply because they're not necessary always, right? Too. We are what we are, and we're all star seeds. So there's different, you know, just like, again, Adam had the ability to name things, right? So the masculine names things, but that isn't the operation, process, or order, or what have you of things. Yeah, it's only like the label. So to label something, it's like, okay, so we have ability to call it that, so we know what the fuck we're talking about on some level, hopefully. But we could all be misguided or misled due to the fact in nature that every word has at least 5 definitions. So sometimes, right, and that's just the simple form in English manner, right? Like just like 5 definite minimum of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5 as 5th elements. Woo woo. 15, 15, right? So when we're only dealing with, simple linear 1, 2, this is what it is, and blah blah, slap it on and right, rip it off and make another and whatever. Holy fuck, right? I'm so sick of it, yo. How about all of you? We got Aries. Is there Aries involved? Is a ram? Right? And it's like funny too, because Aries is like the more mature of, say, Capricorn. So they're missing that piece. So it's like that could make, right, the annoying human more annoying. It's just the human part, human blood, family involved. Can we make this shit up? We love our human family and we love being human. However, right, our human self can just drive our own selves nuts. We go through so many thoughts and feelings and so many states of confusion, which create illusion and delusion, etc. Right? That we get trapped and stuck in our own shit, and we forget that we are here to remember. I didn't even read it before I looked, but yo, I almost don't need to. Get ready for an adventure. Life purpose. See how great I knew this? Well, I didn't know shit. Spirit was just like, get on, twin flame block. Because I had the title of this up for a while, but it was like, so I get guided to sometimes put a title up or whatever, and then it's like it just sits there on the shelf and nothing happens with it. Just 1717. And then I'll get guided to sometimes change the title, or sometimes, right, like do it now. Or yeah, sometimes I record videos and they're just recorded and they don't get uploaded and nothing happens to them. Right? It was like a silent video, a super silent, super secret silent stream. But obviously it still gets recorded because we know and are aware that water is always recording, right? That's like why it's like Wawa is the first element, right? Mama Wawa. So water, right? The movement through the waters is what creates the spark, right? And then the space between, which then create, right? The spark creates air, the space makes space between, pushes, right? And then we have outer, then we have space between, right? And we have space to work with. Now we're able to go somewhere. Moving in a new direction. And I said that. I love when spirit plays with me like that. Change can be scary. Take a leap of faith. Get ready for an adventure. That got me so excited. I'm feel like. Plus, I got like cool music on. Which I don't know what the fuck. Water, magnet, electricity, yo. And it's funny, I put that in there because I get like automated drawing. So when I channel, I write or draw a lot of different stuff. So anyhow, I was like able to put this one into the deck I have made with spirit and all of you and our creativity too. And don't forget, like, we are family. And except we are all family, but look what just came up. Ready? Ugh. Bad grandpa, pervert, bad grandpa, dirty old man, blah. Dirty old man kind of thing. So we all got some stalkers and some like great gang stalking, gaslighting, all these other terms that like I don't even like I'm still learning, and some I just want to like and don't know, but I don't want to know. Divine feminine upside down, right? So like yeah, the pervert grandpa, look right on upside down divine feminine, right? So which is also just like lust, right? Principalities, not people. Thank you so much for the heartsy heart and big hugs and love. Um, you know, it's like that's a principality. So right, Asmodeus, the demon of lust, the principality of lust, which can be for money, power, greed, sex, right, fetishes, which is also stemmed from abuse or emotional immaturity, right, that then produces these, right, like looking for love in all the wrong places kind of thing. Yeah. And then we're seeking, right, instead of allowing, right? Being a hunter and a gatherer is having respect and honor. There's an honor code, right? Original and not just right, gathering, hunting for information and our pieces of self and allowing and accepting things to take the time that they need in order to manifest process, right? It's like a photograph, right? It takes time for a negative to come into a clear picture, especially back in the day when we had like, remember like projector screens and like Polaroids. I had to like keep it like against your leg and like I was like, don't look, hide it. Shh. My grandfather, my papa used to love that shit with the Polaroid. He'd like hide the picture, he'd like take a and then he'd hide it, and we'd be like, let me see. And he'd be like, you can't see yet. And we'd be like, we want to see. I remember too, I made a camera when I was little in like elementary school. Super cool, out of a fucking coffee can. Ow, my butt. I hit my butt on the corner of my table there. What does that mean? Butt cheek trauma. Blue moon. Chock full of nuts. That's what not the best coffee in the world, but is what I got because I've been trying to go easy on my coffee intake. But so coffee can, but it was different than this. But I used a coffee can like this. I remember I like painted it and everything, and had to like had a I think make a hole in it, and I'd have to that was so long ago. But yeah, I remember making a camera out of a coffee can when I was little. Super cool shit. And remember, we see in an upside down view, right? Um, and the spectrum, right? Like the television, right? Is like red, blue, green. Kind of like this, right? Like all those that used to amaze me when I was little. Remember like licking the screen? I don't know if I'm the only one that did that shit, but I used to like lick the screen when I was little, the TV screen to see all the little pixels. And I was like, that's so neat. The red, like the blue, the red, and the yellow. Yeah. Anyway. It means something. It still amazes me. Like that's like fiber optics too, right? Like how look at how cool we can click a remote control in our hand or touch a button, and at an instant we have a picture on a screen. There's no time lag, right? Unless we have like internet buffering. Remember those days when internet first started? When the portal first got opened, right? Water. We're just talking about the first element, elements of nature. Because in the cards too that I made here, right, this is I have different like sometimes water. It's got how many different bodies of water, right? Can you think of, right? There's the ocean, which is like emotion, energy in motion. We can't drink the ocean water, right? The water in my head and my brain, it surrounds my brain. That's not salt water, right? That's fresh water, like the ether. So we want to have clear, it's like a lake, like Lady in the Lake, right? The subconsciousness is like where the right in the cerebral cortex, like we're in the center of the vortex, way down in there. Look, it's like where the dragon slumbers. My little incense. right? So it's like we have this little like dragon, this little guy kind of sleeping in the abyss, in the way deep, deep darkness of the subconsciousness. I always go the wrong way. Sorry. Not wrong, just opposite. I always go the opposite direction that I mean to. With these mirrored images. Yeah, so you know where they all trick me all the time. They're like, ha 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 ha, mirror on the wall. They fucking flash a mirror so it reflects somewhere else. So I'm like, doopy doopy doo. Forget it. It's my party. I can cry if I want to. So that to me is also going back to the grandpa thing. So it's like, yeah, it's kind of like set. So I'm being like so upset because they want their own way. Look, dirty low, dirty shame, down low, dirty shame. Shake my head. XXY. It's a balancing act. So it's a boy, right? And XXY, see, I went backwards again, whatever. XXY, right? The first, like, that's the the RNA, right? The mitochondria, yeah. The RNA is what creates and makes the DNA, and it's either XXX or XXY, right? So it's a boy is the third, right? 3D. That's where, right? Adam came in the garden, right? As right, mankind is different than human, right? Oh, and is also another different race, right? There's many different root races that as the human race, right? The hues of man, all the different colors of man, rainbows, right? Cosmic surfing, all the different, because we're light beings. So in the dark, right, is where everything is birthed. Light is birthed in the dark. After we are here, then we, right, are able to, right, have fire that we use to make light and warmth, create, right? But we didn't invent that. We're using the elements that are already here, right? Like here I have a light bulb, which is just like an idea, right? And that's like Elohim. Yahweh and Jehovah don't show up until Genesis 3 and, right, King James Bible, and all that and what have you, and Genesis, genes of Isis, right? You have to, everything has come from a mother, right? And atoms are the positive, negative thoughts that from the consciousness that a positive has to have a negative and a negative has to have a positive, right? Light has to have dark, up has to have down, right? It's everything has to have its equal polar opposite in order to have and create balance in all systems, right? All systems go. Oh, it's 6:36. Let's see. I don't know how to express my feelings. Please have patience with me. And that's really, right, with everything and everyone, including ourselves most, right? So we keep that warrior attitude, but sometimes we can forget, right? I'm talking about, yeah, absolutely twin flames now. We can forget sometimes that we're allowed to feel. And then it can feel really uncomfortable when we do feel. We feel everybody else's feelings and can help everybody else, right? It's like the curse of Chiron, right? The wounded healer. So we're able to help everybody else and heal everybody else and give everybody else advice. And it's like, oh yeah, da, 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 da. But then when we're left to our own devices or to our own self, it's like, damn, I feel alone, or damn, like who the fuck we have to understand us. So it's like we can understand everybody else, and then too, right? Others can feel very afraid or very not comfortable because we can see right through them, so to speak, and we're able to like either see what's wrong or how come something's wrong. Like I just said, we can help them figure any problem out pretty much, right? That's like, it's like, oh, because we feel it, we can interpret it. We're like a computer program. So we just synapses, snap, 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 right? And it's like, oh, here's a dish of whatever. Or you could try this one over here. Or you don't have to try either, just a suggestion, right? Blah, blah, blah. So and we're like, all right, later. We don't, it's like, but then and then we're like, for ourselves, it's like, I don't know what to do. We get all twisted up. Oh, yeah, click my fingers just went, right? It's like, we get caught up in that vortex and that vortice, boom. And then we come back down and we're like, what the fuck? Or we're like lagging, or we're too far ahead, or we're right. So, or because we have so many other people's feelings and thoughts intertwined with our own, or we're right, it's quantum, it's very difficult sometimes to discern which are ours and which aren't, and how to get them the fuck off or out. Right? Other spirits, other people's thoughts and feelings. It's like, ugh, sometimes, right? Ugh. I know people call us cuckoo, but it's like, right, or say, or what have you. And most too, like say twin flames or any spiritual being, alcoholism and addiction is, right, a spiritual disease, right? So it's really like once you kind of fell through the freaking, remember the movie Money Pit or what have you? It's like we fell through the floor. So we know what it's like to fall. We're very accustomed to Dark Night of the Soul and what it's like to feel freaking like in the corner of the darkest place of hell, most alone, where there's, right, where it's like, I mean, I've been there where I've had, it's like I put up the, at 6:39, where, it's like, right, you give up. And that's where too, right, like as a professional alcoholic, it's like where we give up all power and admit that we're powerless and that there's a power greater than ourselves. So then we're able to, right, swim with others because we start to listen and know that we're not alone. We don't have to have all the answers. We just have to go through it. Right? We got to go through the shit, knee deep in the shit, and that's it. And who the fuck likes that? No one. But does it need to be done? Yep. That's why you are who you are, and why I am who I am, and why we're all here right now, right? So, woo woo. Give yourself a fucking. First of all, take a breath, both ways, and give yourself some fucking credit, right? Because have you not been through and done so much up until this now moment, right now, in time? Awaken your divine God or goddess with it. Right? And that's just, right? If you don't know how to express feelings, again, people that have immaturity, which we all do, emotionally, and what that does is it twists up our atoms, right? The positive and negative thinking. And then we're all twisted up in a matrix of self-sabotaging beliefs and self-fulfilling prophecies that we start to chant and repeat in our heads and go over and over. And now we're like, right, put the needle on the record. Now we're like, right, God backwards spells dog, right? So dogs chase their tail a lot, especially if they fart. You ever seen a dog? They're like, they're like running, or they run after their tail. So, and eventually, that helps going around and around and repeating something to create solidity and have awareness. So we have capability and we've learned our lesson and how to, right? And then we got to learn how to fly out of the nest, so to speak, right? And with anything, right? You graduate a grade, you move up. So we miss our friends from other classes or grade or our teachers, but right, but we're happy also that we've moved up the ladder. So this is just like that. So the more we simplify what we're going through to something we can relate to, the much easier it is. Remember, like in Last Fight, like, don't fight, Lucy. It's so much easier if you don't fight. But fuck that. It's not about like you don't let anybody trample all over you or steamroll you like a fucking choo-choo train. I was like, those days are over. Iron Man's. And not Iron Man in that way, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, holding the fucking earth like freaking big iron, freaking cutting down all the trees to railroad. Remember the old video with like the lady tied up against the railroad? She's like, and the train's coming. That's where we're at right now. Choo choo. So get off the train tracks and sit, or picture yourself sitting by the water. What type of body of water did you choose? Not all water is the same, right? So you can be in a river or a stream or a lake or on the ocean, right? Is the water calm? Is it gentle? Is it clear? Does it sustain life, right? Is it living waters full of electricity, full of life? And obviously frozen water would have life in it, right? It's on ice, right? What's for you is for you. What's for me is for me. And I shouldn't intrude upon worship, right? It's like, you know, it's like, it's like putting a big kitchen rubber glove on from back in the day and just sticking your arm right up someone's woohoo that's pregnant to try to stick your arm and like bang around in the uterus wall and the uterine walls. I don't know. What do you think that the mother is going to do to you if she's sleeping and wakes up and finds you doing some shit like that? Just a quick question to ponder. I don't know. How would you feel, right? It's like, is that not rape or molestation? Right? The universe is a living being. Gaia is a living being. Water is a living entity. Air, all elementals have consciousness. Every single thing carries consciousness. Right? My lovely rock right here, which I fucking love this rock. I love rocks. Rocks and I are very good friends. We go way back. Right? Everything carries consciousness. Right? My amazing branch here, I was called my Moses stick or my wizard stick that I was given by Mama Nature right in front of me. Mother Nature was like, here, this is for you. I don't know. It was so like, it's like my favorite stick ever. It's the best stick ever. It really, you could feel like the energy in it, right? So a rock has a different frequency than this branch, and this branch had a different frequency while it was still attached to the tree, but it still carries all of that memory, right? Oh, that's why we got Aries in the beginning, right? Ram, memory, right? The Schwartz, the quartz, right? A tiny, tiny little think, right? What's in our phones to hold the, right? Carry that memory and what have you. So, what's your favorite color? So, Spirit wants you to play Earthly Matters. I knew I was holding that as I got the rock and the stick. Earth elements that I'm holding on to presently. Too focused on the material world, right? Living in a material world. Material. Oh, I've been there all day. Remember this song? Side to side. I don't know if you can hear the music with me. Ariana Grande's playing right now. What's the name of this? Oh yeah, side to side. Like I remember this song. Let's roll some dice just for fun. Just number dice, just regular dice. Just to see what numbers come out. Move our party card there. 3 5s. Trinity Cinco. 3 5s. a 4, and a 1, which is another 5. Just stop it. Got me rocking side to side. Oh, that's so funny. I can't take it. Ah, can you dig it? Oh, boy. I so appreciate you coming to hang with me, twinsies. Shall we put my cards? So where are we at? Let's tap in with spirit. It's been a while. We've been in a fog. We've been all over the place. We still don't know where we're at because we're still traveling through. All I know is we just keep swimming. We just keep fucking swimming. Yeah. We just keep fucking going. And we also make sure it's like, right, all right. It's again, right? Like mother duck, I've got all ducks in a row. And we make sure we got all our ducks. All our ducks is there. We good. Speaking of ducks, I was speaking to a friend of mine that lives in the same building as I, and lots of shit going down. So that's kind of too, confirmed when I came in. Ride dick bicycle. If you want a menage, I got a tricycle. So again, going to the bitches that have been paying to get readings done on us and do black magic and invade in our akashics, which is 41, 41 in 41, 44. It is what it is, right? We operate with ISIS about the balance of the scales. And again, we don't look back. So we're not gonna, right? It's like when you're dealing with your kids. I don't hit my children. I don't use my fit, and my, I have 3 daughters. They're all different. So I communicate with them differently. I can't expect them to respond or do the same things or act the same way or have the same personality, right? Remember Living Color? The Cult of Personality. Yeah. And all these are Apollo, whatever. Again, getting all mixed up and twisted up like the game of Twister with so many. So your astral field is so fucking foggy and blurry that you think you're in, like, I don't know where you think you are, but it's like, you ever watch Spiderwick Chronicles? Which we're all experiencing that too. So we have awareness of what the fuck is going on. But to be caught in that tie-dye cloud of illusion, where again it's like becomes 5 minutes, or like time goes very slow to us, and then it kind of stands still, right? Like time stands still. And then to the other world, because hell goes so slowly, right? Hell goes so slow because we're in a lower density. We're in a lower vibrational frequency. So it makes us, right? If we're all big, it's like we go slower. I feel sad. I feel, right. Or if I'm caught up in a tizzy, right? I'm getting caught up in time's trap. I'm lightning on my feet. Got Taylor Swift on. I'm dancing on my own. So, you guys are veterans. I know. You guys are veterans. Father. So again, yeah, father figure, grandpa, again, the masculine, again, coming into, right, wanting to, right, attack divine feminine, right? That's a lot of their goals too, right? Is to like, that's like the ultimate goal for them, right? They can, right? So it's like, shake it off. So right, feet chakras, root, soul. What the hell? Oh, ground. I'm like, group. What the heck did I write there? But two fishies is like, yeah, fishies, groupsies, right? Lots of fishies. Ooh. Ooh. Why'd I show up? Down and out about the liars and the beat. Oh my God. And the dirty. Ready? With the shake. Do you guys remember this song? Where's my shake, shake, shake? Are you able to hear this damn shit, or am I just singing to myself like a goofball? Probably. Player's gonna play, 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 play. So yeah, lots of magic, court spells. They, you know, lots of. We're dealing with warlocks and sorcerers, and you know, people that are using energy and manipulating, right? The peoples, which is again, right? Dirty grandpa, the dirty grandpa, old veterans, or right, fallen ones. Now we all, everybody fall, but ones that choose to be motherfuckers, and they've had the opportunity to make right, come into a balanced state of being, or at least just right, put effort into. It's like, okay, so now they're gonna get a hard no, right? Like, right, and all their S&M, right? There's like, isn't it? They have a word. There's like a word, right? That you have to have a safe word, right? When it's like, yeah. So it's like, we already said no, but they don't listen. They think like, oh, they thought like no meant yes, right? Or something, right? So they like to, right? They're preying on the innocence of others' emotions and ignorance, which I don't find that too funny or humorous or okay in any manner. And that's where dirty grandpa comes in the little pervert. And that can be a girl, a boy, right? Meaning anatomy, right? But it did come up boy, meaning they got dick and balls. How they use them, or if they can use them, because maybe throughout past lifetimes they've overused them or abused others. So right now their thing isn't working. That's why they got that V pill, right? Just like the V pandemic and the V thing that they're trying to force upon everybody again. Force fucking, right? That's not molestation and rape. If that's not molestation and rape, please, please, please do tell. Because if someone's right, how many people I talk to on a daily basis, and I'm dealing right, that are dealing with not being able to pay their bills, post-traumatic stress, not even being able to have the time or space to be able to fucking goddamn think for a hot fucking second whether they're able to do whatever. I will say, once things are taken away and we let the fuck go, there's a lot less to worry about, you know. So sometimes when things seem like they're being taken away and it seems like a really bad punishment, or we're being punished by God, or we're being punished by, right, the universe and the powers that be, and we got sister coming up. I got sister. I got my sister and me. Absolutely. Right. Oh, I lost my train of thought there. I lost it, spirit. Come bring me back. Bring me back. Oh, por favor. Bring me back. Swedish chef. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Uh-oh. Oh, brother. I did it for the money. Time is money and money is time. And we call that a fucking crime. So, you know, again, oh, Aries again. Aries again. At all these cards. There's a lot of cards. So, you know, what? Reap just what you sow. Taurus is coming up. We could have had it all. I did it for the money. My precious. The ring. You know, too, what I learned today, which was very interesting, and not really, because I have that awareness, I just don't always know the words of the things together and like and it's like, oh shit, God, right? And then it comes into the picture becomes clear. Look at that. That's what happened today. Hold up. I want to pick up my card so I don't forget what we got here. Oh. All right, hold on. We're gonna get to this in a second. So yeah, dang. It don't take long for me to pop in and out of a dimension and lose it. Whew. Shit. Bear with me. Bear down. I was saying. Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you. Oh, I was like, come on, not again. That just happened 2 seconds ago. Right. Quantum physics wise. So or this more symmetrical. What is it? 720, not 360, 720. 720 is what untangles the fucking knot, right? When it's not, when the thing is right. Okay, you could take a belt when you hold the belt and take it off and hold it on both sides. The electron. Okay, so the electron untangles after 2 spins, right? Just like how when we're dancing, thank you for showing me that, Spirit. That was so cute. And now I get to dance with you. Yay. So that was pretty fucking awesome. So, right, so when shit's tangled up, which we're untangling, quantum entanglement, yeah, twin flamesies, everything that's all like, and they keep trying to wind strings. Look at Biden. Look at our president right now. Are you kidding right now? Kermit the Frog. Talk about who's puppet mastering that dude talking. Who got the remote control and the witchcraft and the spellcraft and the magic upon that man, which we all know he's a pervert. If you watch his old videos, he was touching children. Oh, well, maybe this is what we're speaking of. I got dead presidents to represent me. Say what? I knew it. I don't make no promises. I'll take us in the air. So they'll take you an illusion on a fantasy, but they're doing it for the money. And also, yeah, Joey, right? Just Joe. Yeah. And that's not the only one, right? Because then again, going back to the number 9. Okay, octopus has 8 arms, has 9 brains, 1 main brain, and then 9. Each arm is a brain. So when an arm gets cut off, right, then it's like, it's just whatever the remote control tells it to do, it does. So it's still an extension of that being. And then the octopus grows back another arm. So it's like, I cut my arm off, right? So they play sympathy and they play, oh, I'm so harming, whatever, right? They're hurt, they've been, right? I've fallen and I can't get up. So they're drama kings and queens, and the ones that cry motherfucking wolf, that are sheep dressed up like wolf, dressed up like sheep, dressed up like wolf. I don't fucking know anymore. I don't really give a fuck. You know, it is what it is. So however they're doing it, we don't care. We just know that they're doing it. And we say, all eyes on me and over there. Right? Can you? Oh my God. Just stop it. Do you see what this says? You can't have your lioness. Eyes. If y'all know that song, that's a good one too. By the Eagles. Fly, eagles fly. The serpent and the dove. With our wings, we create love. Riding the storm out. What? Again. Just to confirm, it's definitely a boy with balls, or the cult of Baal, right? Worshipping Moloch and money, and clout and stubbies, right? Thumbs up. What did Georgie Porgy do? He stuck in his thumb and pulled out a plum and said, "What a good boy am I." Also, I don't give I appreciate the likes. I would love it if you like, subscribe, and hit the bell so we could grow. But I have confidence and awareness that Spirit's going to take us where we need to go. And this will go where it needs to go as well. And that's all I need to know. as far as I can tell. All I'm saying, I practice that law that I write under every video that I put up here. Kindly take what resonates and leave the rest and let it go. And it goes into the water and it does what it needs to. I don't have to, right? It's like the serenity prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, right? I don't have power to change everything. I can only respond and react. That's my, right? I can only control that. Right? And we're all a work in progress. So the ability to have conscious awareness of how I am feeling and interpreting and what I'm going through and how I'm balancing that out and the thoughts and feelings, right? That, I mean, again, being an empath and a telepath and whatever have you, we're concurring and include all the time, right? Twin flame, we're always bringing in everybody else's shit. So then what do? We're like carrying it around like, hey, whose is this? So we're like, it's like the fucking luggage, right? Cinderella. We're carrying around everybody else's motherfucking goddamn baggage. Spiritually speaking, they're on the astral plane fucking and physically in 3D fucking everywhere. And it's like half of it's like, okay, so like, yeah, whose is this? Like, we're not able to do shit while we're holding on to all your shit. But you want to keep dancing and stepping on our toes somewhere? I'm gonna learn how to stick my knee really far where the sun don't shine. You know what I'm saying? Etherically speaking, just kidding, but not really. You know what I mean? Yeah. Jelly beans. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. And this shit, legalese, using language and words to cause confusion. Ooh. Is this Maroon 5? You know, is that? Is it Maroon 5, I think? I don't know. It's a balancing act. I think we already did these. Dirty, download dirty shame. Something about a truck. And again, life purpose. These are ones we already have before. Moving in a new direction, right? And anu, A-N-U. That's right, written on our dollar bills in the U.S. here, right? Or the pyramid with the one eye, right? So, right, or that's right, again, could be the perverted, dirty old man, right? Peeping Tom, always watching, Uncle Sam, Uncle, but sometimes, right, again, different varying degrees of such natures, some seen and unseen. So take how it resonates, leave the rest. And like some things we're not going to know about, but some things you're going to feel. And this might bring awareness to what you're feeling and wondering why the fuck you're feeling what the fuck you're feeling. Right? Because like beings invade, right? Space invaders, our etheric bodies, astral bodies, and the astral plane while you're sleeping in dream state. And you could be asleep while you're awake, right? Which is why they want to pump up this, right? And then pump up the prices of everything called inflation, right? Like big balloons, like blimpies. Cross my heart and hope to die. Hope you spend one. Noah. Word. Oh, wait. Yeah, Noah. I'll show you. This is again one of those like, yeah, writings that. So that's some kind of like astrophysical, right? Like when stuff like that gets read, these are like some kind of. So they mean, if that means anything, it's light language and what have you. Right? And NOAA, also is National Atmospheric, National Oceanic Atmospheric. I forget the H all the time. So whatever. But yeah. Interesting. Well, old school, that's crazy. We got 3 5s at the dice, and then the 4 and the 1 makes another 5. So again, oh, which is another 2, right? 20. Again, today, big 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And again, today is the 17th day, 1 and 7, right? So 1, 7 deadly sins also have a virtue on the other opposite end of them, right? So we balance it out in the middle. We'd be the third pillar, right? Ooh, death, endings, Knight of Swords in reverse. So all that shit they keep trying is like, now there's just the wall. We got death and the Knight of Swords. It's like, yeah, no, I'm right after your ass. Or it was this way. Yeah, anyway. Yeah. It's like, we're not going to mess that one up. Yeah. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Right on off the edge there. So, yeah, endings to that shit, you know? So that's in reverse. And then we have Queen of Cups. And yeah. So again, right, spell, magic, all this, like, yeah, crystal ball watching, trying to attempt to, taking way too much time and space, all busy bodying up in everybody else's cup and shit. Like we were saying, trespassing in others' planes, astral fields, fields of consciousness, unconsciousness, and subconsciousness, dream states. Right? It's a song by Megadeth. And it's like, next thing you know, they'll take my thoughts away. Haven't they? So, and this also is just saying to, it's like, right, they're waiting to see if their like last bullshit worked. And don't forget, it's just a full moon. So it's like, you know, definitely not. But let them think whatever they want. I'm sure they're cross-watching right now anyhow, because they always do. They could take all this shit, make their own channels, and use half our shit, chop it up, and like make their own out of it, right? And then they're like, yeah, we're the ones that, right? Because again, that's what this is, right? Rushing all over the place, trying to gain the title, have the clout, power, love, and what was the other? Power, love, and wisdom, right? Is what the three, those, it's a Greek mythology thing, right? And the 3 kings that came, like, asked like Hecate or Athena for one wanted power, one wanted love, and one wanted wisdom. So that's like, right, the love of Venus, Aphrodite. So it's like, you want to make a wish instead of being yourself. So maybe temporarily, right, you may win lotto and like that money may last a little while. It only lasts so long. Like they said, you cannot take it with you when you go. And we're here now, right? Time is money, money is time. And last I knew, a dollar bill, y'all, said, I owe you. I owe ooh. E-I-O-ooh. A-O-A. Have a nice day. You know what I'm saying? Time to pay. Time to pay the piper. So whether credit or crypto or bonds or what, money system, it's time to pay the fuck up. And if you got a bunch, that's how much you owe, ho. Not like, oh, you're rich. Well, maybe to like you, or now you owe state all that shit because you coming to collect. It's like, if you take a dragon's gold, you imbalance it. That's why I say it's not for humans. It imbalances things, and it's addicting, right? 7-Eleven. Yeah, spirits mad right now, or whatever they are. They're mad. I don't really give a you know. I do. It's unfortunate that they don't, but it's okay. They're just immature, and they're gonna learn along the way. They come racing in on the horse, right? It's like, you're told to come in like a donkey. And I don't mean like, oh, see, you're not being humble. No, we're very humble. We just also tell it and see it like it is, and we ain't gonna sugarcoat shit because we don't believe in that shit. So that ain't happening. That's all. We come with total love, but we also detach with love and have learned to let go, because we're not going to carry a parachute around with us that don't belong to us, or dead weight. You can't fly or swim with somebody else hanging on to you, or carrying somebody else's luggage, or carrying around, right, dirty, soiled diapers, right? Depends. the addicted dependent nation, codependent and alcoholic, right? Which means born of the Algol star system, which is also representative with Saturn as well. And that star blinks in and out of space and time. It comes up and it rises, blinks out, and then it whoop, comes back. It's like ding, ding, ding. And then so it kind of plays hide and seek, kind of like the tic tac, if you know what I'm saying, which a lot of you Anunnaki Draconians know what the fuck I'm talking about. Y'all keep playing around. Trying to balance it all out, working with the karmic and the witchmaker, and then you feel like you're stuck. And oh, did you take an oath? Was there an oath you made or took? You know what I'm saying? Who do you think you made that oath to? Y'all buy and sell everything, literally. You try to anyhow, but what now? So now again, you won lotto, you got to play all that out, and now what? You're still trying to say you're mad at others because they're gonna get what? Didn't you already get everything you wanted? Didn't you already? You said you wanted to live off of hope. You opened Pandora's box. That was the card we pulled earlier too, Pandora's box, right? Which is also though, right? Woohoo, right? So there's many different ways of looking at that again, right? Many different definitions. Many different perceptions and views we can come from to dissect and break that one down, or have a diverse conversation about what that means to us and as a whole, and in different manners and however many other ways we can come up with, right? So, but again, when people have knowledge and they're taking and using that and have harmed the consciousness of others, I think no big deal. Or like it's no big deal to what? It's like I don't even want to say this out loud. Oh my god, yeah, I don't know that. But it's true, right? So molesters and people that actually touch children, like Biden, bite me, Biden, right? Look at all the little girls he's touched, and like all the. If I asked, hey, husbands, how many of you have experienced Biden talking like a fucking pig to your fucking wife or your kids in front of you, no less, where you had to stand up there on stage and look all like humble bumble like a bee, while this pig is like, oh, pinching little butt cheeks and face cheeks and like da 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 da, thinking that they have a right to pull little children up against their groin area, right? Like we don't see that. I see that. Did you all see that? Because that was for a long time before he got so-called initiated into presidency, which he's not even goddamn inaugurated. He ain't even our president. He ain't on Air Force One. They ain't saluting him, calling him Captain. Last time, you know what I'm saying? I believe he was inaugurated before noon, which is illegal. So I don't know. Right? I'm not into the being politically correct in the political parties and what have you, but you know, I don't know. Remember this song? Anyhow, so dealing with, yeah, which we're all dealing with that shit, and they still trying to fucking pull strings and make things appear and look like and do right magic and cast spells upon others and you'll think of this thing only me or or put it whatever. They keep trying to do that. Well, now they're all totally being watched too. So I mean, they've always been. So but whatever they've been doing, again, this is the proof right here. And you saw in order that those cards came out with the Knight of Cups in reverse right after this. And then we had the Queen of Cups, and then we had the Two of Pentacles. And this Queen of Cups in the original tarot and the Rider Waite tarot is like, right, kind of like Sleeping Beauty's mother, Maleficent, and what have you, right? It's like holding on to that piece of, right, like they, or Hansel and Gretel, the stepmother comes and like it's like they hold the daughter, they're holding that part of the feminine. It's like jealousy and envy. This Queen of Cups doesn't have her shit together to me. When I pull this card, to me, this is like a bitch. But that's okay. People are, you know, a lot of them that are frozen like this, that like not so, like Queen of Cups really in reverse, right? But again, just like if you look at it's like she's not real happy, right? She ain't like smiling and like, oh, I'm happy with this cup. It's like this cup better just this genie better stay in this bottle and keep granting me my wishes kind of thing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Where'd that coming from? Does a genie have free will if somebody be rubbing one out on that shit? Speaking of yonis and Venus and lust and etc. Somebody rubbing one out. Again, using that sexual energy and etc. to think of lust after another man or woman's husband or wife or so, etc. And you're right. Because that's how they use it to manifest. That's how they've been using things, which is just really, it's like that is nature. That is one of the ways of manifestation. However, yeah, and this is not a younger child's obviously ever channel. And again, always take what resonates and leave the rest. Take things how they apply. Again, like Cinderella's shoes. If the shoe fits, another one of the readers says that, and that's very, very relevant, right? It's like if the shoe fits, wear it, and if it does not, don't try to walk around with other people's shoes on that don't even fucking fit your feet. Why are you going to be uncomfortable and try to make something fit that doesn't? Right? 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, as I just said that, right? So yeah, it's like, yeah, you were told let it go and cut the shit and put it back and leave it alone a long fucking time ago. Because you chose to hold on to it and try to play both sides and I'm gonna be over here and I'm gonna be over here. No, I didn't do that. Right. So you want to make the water all wavy. Look, the water behind this motherfucker is like he's like trying so hard to he's like trying to control the water, thinking he got like 2 dials like Tune in Tokyo. Like he's trying to milk the cow for all it's worth and then some. Ha ha ha, no pun intended. Absolutely it was. Yeah, right. You know that Saturn's moon looks like a cow's uterus? You know that the word vaccine, if you look up the etymology to the word vaccine, it means cow. There's the sacred cow, there's white buffalo, calf woman, buffalo bill, right? Grab the bull by its horns. There's the bull, bullcock. Everybody want to ride the bull, right? Everybody got their, which again, balance that out however you, right? Like Crowley said, do as thou will. Just know at the end, you got to pay still. Did they tell you that? Or did they forget to tell you that? So I'm running around, doopy-doo, doopy-doo, doopy-doo-doo. It's like, yeah. It's that time. Right? Look at the crown above his head. It's like, yeah, it's time to collect that back and put it back where it belongs, which is probably right where it is, except this dude needs his balancing of his system out, right? Sorry, the lighting keeps going in and out. The light was behind me earlier. So, you get the picture. You got the picture. We see better in the dark anyhow, don't we? All these songs. Definitely twin flamey songs. So we got Hermit on the bottom, which is again traveling through the dark. We have companions, and that's where we find our light. And we again, right? Like I was just saying about the at the bottom here, right? You got the crown above his head. There's all the. It's like this is like. It's like everybody's like, oh, we didn't mean it. Oh no, but you were laughing the whole time, and you loved it when you decided that you didn't give a fuck how you trampled upon, right? Behold this pale horse. How you trampled upon everyone else, right? So you don't get to bark any more orders or do any other, right? Juggling, trying to sirens, fire truck going by. Confirmation, sirens. It's like, yeah, no, that's it. I'm gonna put that funny fire, you firemen. As we're doing twin flame reading, right? Brother, yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, oh. Pull a toss card, a coffee card, and then no, I wasn't sure. Twin flames, twin flames, twin flames. What we got? What messages? Oh, we get 3 again. Power 3 much? They keep giving me 3 at a time. You notice, right? Funny. Oh, we got lust. And that's what we were talking about. I don't know if you're able to see anymore. That's not better, yeah. So, right? And look at that. This is a very sensual card, too. So, yeah, lust. Virtue, which we also spoke of, right? Today's the 17th. Sin has a virtue on the opposite side. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the whole thing together is one thing equals 7. And the number 3. More 3s, trinities. 1 is 3 in our realm, right? Because I multiply, right? Creation births by multiplication, right? But the fools just keep adding 1 by 1 or 2 by 2. But how do you get to 1, boo-boos? That's what Holy Spirit says to you. Creatrix. Coming on through. They're like, Coach Age, cosmic surfing. Up, we go. So, right, different bodies of water. We keep cruising on through. Break on through to the other side. And so, Fool 2 is, right, being willing to, again, Orpheus, we're not looking back. We don't know where we're going, but we know where we've been, and we know we're together. And that's how we get in, right? So we just keep swimming, and we're already there, right? So the thing is to accept and know that we're already there too, and we're the ones that we've been looking for, and we're here, baby, right? So just allow, right, yourself to blossom. Allow one thing to occur at a time. You can only stay in your now and present moment and do what you can in this now moment. And sometimes others pull our attention away and right, or take gravity, pulling and pushing magnetic energy, right? Like the card we pulled before, of my cool handy dandy deck I made. Right? So and then it's like learning how to say no, right? When we need to. You know, Prince of Cups, allowing ourselves to coast on in, right? Ride in the eagle and right into the abyss. We know, right? So allowing ourselves to come up into the light, right? Sometimes the light on stage is a lot more scary than it is, right? We're familiar with the dark, just how this reading is, right? Like it's like nice and dark behind me. I can't stand like straight, right? I hate that shit. Like those lights drive me nuts. I mean, I'm thankful and grateful for them, but like, yeah, that's like my above my eyebrow. It's like my eyelids and my eyebrows, my eyelids and my eyebrows get all fucked up. Like all in my eyes. So yeah, right. Yeah. And lust, sensuality, like right, passion, natural, primordial, primal passion, rather than lust. Because lust will only get you so far. It's like a spark, something like it's like woo, and then it's over. And now you gotta carry that memory of whatever the hell you fucking decided to, well, right, Prometheus. He would decide to go play with Prometheus, play with matches and lighters, sulfur and fucking Bic. Like on my Bic. She's crazy. What is it? Beautiful Crazy. Beautiful country song. I'm not sure who sings it, but it's a beautiful song. So I am about to run out of juice, speaking of which, and I also am about to personally run out of juice as well. Gotta eat some din-dins and cook something up for me and my friend. And I'm gonna pull another card. Twinsy took them. Hell yes. Hold on. Feels like we're always running through the motions every day. The song is playing. I've been meaning to hold you or act like I don't even know you. Seems that I'm jealous either way. Oh, brother. Ooh, what's going on here? Oh boy, what happened to that girl I used to know? Now, also, that's something a narcissist will say to us too. So that's beautiful. Like, so, but like, don't let people pull on your heartstrings. Like, oh, what happened? You used to be whatever. Whoa, 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 whoa. Right? It's like if you have any like love me, talk to me, right? That's fine. But like, be careful how people are approaching you or what their intention are. If you feel any kind of like, yeah, it's like, oh, I totally love you. Can I talk to you later? I gotta go. I'm in the middle of something. Right? I have somewhere to be. Yo, don't engage. Get the fuck away from them. Yeah. Don't let nobody make you feel guilty about taking care of you and learning who the fuck you are and right, not just carrying a lighter that's gonna fucking die out or get blown out if the wind fucking decides to blow or fart on it and make a big in front of you and burn your eyebrows off or your nose, right? Especially if you're a liar and your nose is grown because you're like Pinocchio. So watch out now. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Hang them shits up on the telephone wire. Or we like to say, right? The telephone line or the laundry line, right? And them goats love to eat dirty laundry. They'll come tugging on all that. They'll come eat it right up. All that dirty laundry. Mm. Don't forget, Capricorns also are, a lot of them are like the elders that decided to come be with like the babies. So they're having an experience and forgot who they are, as right, like Aries, as the first, the gods, the first ones that were. So it's like they're so grown, and then there's a part of them they're like, whatever, mom, what? So they have this teenage Capricornius. That's why they all get called the devil. It's just because they're rebellious. It's like, oh, stop it, child, right? Like, oh my God, what else are you going to do to make us fucking cuckoo the chew? But also, at a certain time and place and moment in space, it's like, yeah, the uncles, the elder, the Rogers, the Roger, Roger Rabbit. Who framed Roger Rabbit? Spider Woman, co-creator. So let's co-create, babies. Let's weave some webs of light and shine, shine, shine in the night. That's pretty fucking beautiful. I do say so myself. Oh, stop it. And at the bottom of the deck, we got Gaia. Blessing, right? Is reading you, me, us, we. And see, she's pregnant with, right, the new element, which we all are, right? We're birthing together. Right? There's a story of Lita and Artemis where they're helping to birth Apollo, right? Artemis was birthed first. But Lita wasn't here, right, first either. There was other goddesses and what have you here before, right? But Artemis, right, and Apollo are, right, twinsies, right? Which again, coming at it twin flame too, relationship, because we recognize our twin flame is within self and we have this twin flame. But as we're traveling through, we don't know, right, what to do. We just know that we all feel the same and we're all going through pain and gain. So we have credits, we have discrepancies, and we have Gaia. and we have Father Universe and Father Sky, and we have one another, you and I, right? Like my other half will say, or my other independent whole. Yeah? Wow. Yeah? Yeah, absolutely. Isn't that funny? Talk about black magic witchcraft spell. Yeah. It was like I was about to say something and that shit, like I was just watching it. Sorry, I got silent for a second because it was like, interesting. I felt this energy come swooping through. It was like someone just came and caught a piece of paper, right? Catching a thought. So interesting, right? So it's like they tag that. Just saying. That's happened like 3 times now, right? While I was on here. So just saying. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Now 3 strikes, you're out. Now, yeah. That's like now again. Who was that? I must have been that fucking upside down reverse Knight of Swords trying to fly on through. So now you know who's coming. It's like, yeah, we're just gonna put an end to that. Thank you. That's all. We're not gonna give them ability anymore. It's like once you have rodents or an infestation of something, you find a way to like harmonize or find a reason why it's there. Why is it appearing? Why is it right? So always a reason. We have to look deeper. Why did Mother Nature or Gaia or right or Earth provide or put something in order to protect or destroy something in a certain area? Did humans harm something? Did humans touch something? Did they move something? Were they digging somewhere? Are they somewhere they should not be? Are they talking shit and doing something that they shouldn't? Like, because there's a lot of tolerance within Gaia, don't you think? All humans have free will. I mean, I don't, right? Up until this now point in time where now everybody's walking through the final sealed gate, which is like walking through the oracles and never ending story. And it's like, right, we're either pure of soul and we're pure of what have you, and the heart's being weighed against a feather, and we're right coming from a balanced place, and we're not perfect, we're perfectly imperfect, but we can at least take a look at that. We do our work and take a look at that, and it's like, oh, I did, So yeah, we're gonna go. You're not supposed to ever be. Why would you? Trust God don't want you to be perfect. Ain't nobody wants you to be perfect. Anybody that wants you to be all of that all the time. Well, what are they expecting, and what the hell are they wanting? Right, that lust energy, and their energy harvesting grandpa, vampiric, draconian, fucking vampires. Okay, so, and that's not just draconian, it's not just human, but let me just say, yeah, draconian and Pallades and right, Zeta Reticuli and Sirius D, right? I guess Spirit got some bones to pick with you. Did you make a wish on a wishbone, pulling it apart? Maybe on Thanksgiving? Gobble, gobble, gobble. And then try to lie and call that art. Art, art, art. I don't know what that is and where that just came from, but you know what I'm saying there. I'm not saying it. Well, I'm saying it. I'm just the channel that's coming through. So whatever that is, y'all better take fucking care of that shit. Like now. In the present. Meow. Yeah. And if I didn't say wherever they're from, they're saying it doesn't matter because they don't operate with names and labels. They say you know who you are and the vibration rings true. And the electromagnetic field is ringing all around you. So whoever that needs to go to, yeah, that's what's up right now. Wow, that's some serious crazy shit. I knew this full moon was going to be like, and going into fall, which is tomorrow, right? Yeah, it's like in Saturn's in Aquarius, and I think Mercury and Neptune are in retrograde, and I believe the moon is in Aries, right? Tonight was the moon in Aries. I think maybe that's why Aries is popping out. Because yeah, yesterday it was in Pisces, moon in Aries today. Yeah, moon was in Aries today. So yeah, right? Interesting. Na na na. Let me love you. Remember this song? Na na na. Let me love you. Let me love you. And two twin flamesies. We've been warriors and soldiers a long time. Sometimes our families are those who care about us, we made this agreement in our soul to get awoken by getting our heart broken. Don't forget that. Oh, and it's Freya and Ishtar. So if that ain't confirmation on what the fuck I just said, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Freya, radical acceptance, and Ishtar, communion. Right. So we've it's just like we've had to keep plowing through with radical acceptance, right? Freya, warrior, like we were saying, warrior goddesses, Artemis, as Justin Bieber would have heard, let me love you, right? So as we're learning to allow, right, more of our Eve emotions, while at the same time creating safe, healthy boundaries and getting everybody else to fucking hell, and right, collecting all the souls that others have tried to fucking sell. And we don't do that shit with our ego. We just keep going with the flow, one big fish, and magnetically they will come right with us, right? And when you're in that vibration, you will attract that vibration, and we continue carrying through. That's why I say please like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you get notified, and share so we can continue cosmic surfing and getting through all these different bodies of water, collecting the eggs we need to collect and fragments of self and whatever got left behind, right? Okay, Crystal Soul Tribe and Ishtar communion, right? So, like right now, we are breaking bread and having communion, sharing mana, right? Star language, light language. This is the first language, co-creator, right? Spider woman, right? It's like what is it called? Charlotte's Web, right? With the little piggy pig, right? And you know, pigs have same chromosomes as human DNA. Now, human DNA, baby DNA, human baby DNA, right? 5G, 5 generation, right? So, and remember, Wilbur, the piggy, right? Always saw what Charlotte, the spider, wrote, right? And that's like cosmic writing in the skies, right? That's how the stars were written, right? The writing that's on the walls that God wrote upon the walls with his finger that no man can alter, right? Alter boys change, right? They're not able to alter or use it as their altar, right? How many light years did it take for us to travel here to the here and now point in time and space that we have now arrived? 13303 as us as soul trap. Whoop whoop. Keep riding the rainbow like Care Bears, Care Bears, care. Oh. And we keep riding it, right? Riding the storm out, right? Karmic feminine, feeling stuck, right? So they're just, again, that Queen of Cups, trying to, yeah, root chakras, right? So, like, right, barefoot, walk around barefoot, soak your feet in some Epsom salt, give yourself a footsie bath, detox your soul. The soles of your feet are carrying the weight of the world upon them, right? The weight on your shoulders, right? And the world exists of our thoughts and feelings that swirl around us, right? You want to spiral in and spiral out. You want to be on the outskirts swirling around in that fucking cesspool, because that shit's about to get freaking cleaned up. Clean up, crew. That's why Prince of Swords is coming through on the bottom of the deck. It's like, right? And he's a little more like, right, determined, and right, just like he's just on mission, going. And like, yeah. You got that yummy. All right, let's see. Pull a map card and a romance deck card. card, and then that's about it, because we're about to run out of juice. Not time, kiddies. Juice. Oh my God. Coming apart. And we know what it's like to come apart, to come back together, right? Twin towers, twin flames, twin cities, twin names, twin games, halls of fames. Right? So you start something and then we leave it, and it's like it hurts when we leave something and we come apart and we have to let something go. But we detach with love, and we always carry the memory, and we don't need to carry the sadness or anything, right? We are allowed to feel those things though and go through them and experience them. And you have every right to allow the time and the space to do so, because you are a sovereign being of this earth, right? And of Gaia. And that trumps all of man's laws, because man is a tenant here on Gaia. And Gaia got lots of backup, internal and external, within and without, as above and below, and all spaces in between. You know. And a lot of the other ones, they don't find it funny or cute or humorous. When motherfuckers think a pregnant woman is the fucking loot. Give me the loot. Give me the loot. I'm a bad boy. Wow. Goblins is right here. So, yeah. And remember, we pulled boy twice. I'm a bad boy. Ooh. Give me the loot. Give me the loot. And I did it for the money. Oh, yeah. Anything else? Yeah. Stay upon the magic stream. Reinvent and rewrite your dream, because that you have the ability to do. So dream a good dream between me and you. And I ain't afraid of no nightmares either, right? Because sometimes we get scary ones, and we're here to help each other through those too, right? So, but we're just going through. We're going through the fucking needle, right? The pinhole of the needle. It's like, so it's like we're getting squished on through. Okay. So the best you let go and allow, right? Then, right, the more you constrict, then like a constrictor is going to constrict more around you, right? A python, a snake, a viper, etc. Right? The shot is to mimic a viper. Right? The first thing with Q-tip was to talk to the hand and block your third eye by sticking cotton up there, up the nose. Right? That's an exit only. Why would we do that? Because someone else gave us the flu, influenced us, right? Satan likes to go in the chimney and the flu down and up and down the flu, up the woohoo, right? People say, get Satan, get behind me. So then he's sniffing behind your butt like a dog, or he's up in the chimney in your crown chakra, right? That's why this is the virus of the crown, right? And they attack the sacral chakra and the solar plexus, right? And they hang around the backside, right? And do things under the light of the moon, where that sun is split into two, right? Booty, booty, boo. Oh, maybe that's why we had the 555, 555, and then the 4 and the 1, making another 5. Interesting. He just said 5 too in the song. Oh, he said 5 something. Oh my gosh. The element 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Electra too. Remember the movie Electra? She always counted when she walked. I don't know if you all have, they call that OCD. Into the unknown. Protecting treasure. Okay, let me show that too. And that's what we've been doing. Right? Cleaning house, solitude, and talisman. Solitude, the lighthouse. Be the lighthouse in the dark. Well, we don't have to be on center stage. Right? Like William Shakespeare said, the world is a stage. Right? Francis C. Bacon also read the King James Bible along with Shakespeare. cleaning house, right? It's like just clean up, defragment, and then shut down computer, restart, reboot, and talisman. And you are the talisman, right? You are a treasure, protecting treasure. You are the treasure. The child within is what you're protecting. So your inner child, right? They opened Pandora's box and they called her a slut, but she's just a little girl trying to right? She's in her egg, Gaia, and somebody touched something that said, do not touch. All I'm saying. So now they done pissed off Gaia and she sent for backup. And now Gaia's gonna shake shit off like a dog with fleas, and they're gonna go flying off because that's what an infestation does. Gets shaken off. You know, like when there's a bird, if there's not a good egg, if there's an egg that's not good, the mother bird's gonna kick it out of the nest. Or if a fucking human touches it with their hands, what's the mother bird gonna do? It's not gonna even come back to the nest to take care of the other eggs. Like you just killed the whole, right? Like chance of life. So sometimes when things say don't touch, it's a good idea to respect that. Doesn't mean it's the rule or whatever. It is the rule, but like it's like you're being asked nicely not to because something's there growing. A plant, a tree, a seed of some sort is growing into life. So who gives you a fucking right to touch it, motherfuckers? Sorry, and I'm not talking directly to you. Whoever's watching you, say, yeah, just to clarify. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, and I'm not. That's like spirit coming through. Yeah, big time. Look, spirit place. It's like, yeah, who gives you that fucking right? There's, see, this is not, yeah. So strength, balance, humble, but also again, that doesn't mean that, right? Don't mistake our kindness for weakness. Oh no, 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 no. Because if spirit, right, it's like when spirit blows, we just go where spirit blows us, right? And now you know, because archangels don't have free will. We do to a certain extent because we're also human as well. But right, there's a difference between right when we're in what mode that we're in, and if we're in God warrior mode and in spirit warrior mode, then it's like no. It's like if when a soldier's in war, it's not like they're not like, oh, okay, they're not gonna have a nice conversation with you about Paddington Bear right now. You better fucking keep up, and you better keep your eyes and be their eyes like they're your eyes too, and you better move as one, right? So don't twist ever what I'm saying into something it's not. It depends on what environment you're in and what situation you're dealing with and what mode of frequency you're in and consciousness, right? Sorry, and I'm not talking to you again directly. Whoever's listening is again, right? Different elements and entities and what have you that hover and listen, and we want all to have the same knowledge. So it's like, yeah. So I'm talking to, right, again, spirit just allows me to, right, whoever, whatever entity, whatever needs to be, that's why it's kindly take what resonates and leave the rest. So sometimes things will not be directly ever toward you. It's right, let it go by you. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Like, well, that wasn't for me, but maybe I had to go through you to get to somebody, another person, place, or thing. And maybe that's what brought you here. So it may not be something that resonating with you, but it may have to get to somebody else through you. And if you're not where you are in your now present moment in time, because you decided with your human free will that you were going to use your ego and go over here, then yeah, go against the current. Well, now you owe, right? Now you owe, and now you owe. Because now you decided to, right, spend time on the treadmill in virtual reality going Yahweh. Now you're over here in the corner wondering why you can't get out of the fucking corner. And every time you try, you get pushed back. Well, because you went against the current. Now you got to let go and allow the jet stream to take you. It's just 14414 in, as I was saying so, right? So, yeah. And this is also 484, just for confirmation, Forest Foundation. So, okay, it's important, right, making a choice. When you can go left or you can go right, or you can stay the fuck still and you don't have to make a decision. That's going to make you ill. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear that crap. Everybody's like, oh, but we have to. Oh, but you have to what? 14441. So yeah, you need to listen to your internal guidance and your internal compass and to spirit. And you better take care of your inner child and your body because that's the only one you got, right? So no, it's like from the just like it's like whoa, what was I thinking? Whoa, and it's okay. It's okay. We all fall or we all forget. We're waking up babies. So right, pass that one along. It's okay. Making a choice, red pill or blue pill. You don't have to pick either. Again, left or right. You don't have to go up or down or left or right. You could choose the mighty purple path and alchemize your internal, interdimensional self with your outer godly divine self, the multidimensional self that you are. Anything outside the body is the red bloodline. When we bleed red. Inside the body, it runs blue. Our veins, the blood vessels, right? We're a ship operating through space and time with a spark of divine light within us, right? So we've acquired organs and muscles and skin tissue and all these things throughout space and time, right? Throughout the time that it's taken for light to travel from the stars that we're made of, all the elements, Elohims, right? Elementals, parentals that fill up our cup, our holy grail that we're walking around in, right? Moving through space and time, and our living human vessel slash Vamana slash tree of life slash book of life. We're an internal walking, living, right? Where our body's made of living waters, right? Do we have to think before we breathe? Or like when we sleep, do we have to be like, remember to keep pumping now, heart? And hey, kidneys, remember little twins in the back there, process and push everything to the liver, right? Or however it goes, right? So it's like we don't have to consciously tell it what to do. It just does it and knows it and is, right? And it functions. And as long as we're taking care of it and doing our part, it's like, woohoo! Cosmic surfing, right? We're surfing the waves. We're going through. We're able to, right, be nice and buoyant, and we have movement because we have energy, right? So because we're doing our work, and rest when you need to rest, and meditate when you need to meditate, right? I want you to be happier. Peaks of joy. I want you to be happier. And it's so nice when it all comes together in sync like that. Sorry about the darkness. In the darkness, the light is birthed. Field of dreams. Say, I want to see you smile. Right? So you have to be the dreamer of your dreams and take control of that. And right, recenter and remember how to play with yourself and remember how to use your imagination and what you love to do when you're a child. Right? It's like you're still an adult, you're still all the things that you ever were, and then some, and we're about to discover America, right? Discover more of what the fuck we are. And what can be wrong with that? Ain't nothing wrong with that. You don't have to make a decision. You just have to be who the fuck you are, right? In your now moment and who you've always been, and just allow. And remember to breathe both ways. It's our first duality, our first split from the mother. We go from liquid to air, and it hurts and we cry, right? Our first fear, the father harms us, right? And Lil, father of the air, right? Is the virus airborne? So if somebody's always called bad, they're going to be like, oh, they're going to get angry after a while. It's like, okay, I must be bad then. So maybe sending out some love and understanding, because like acknowledging that things aren't always what they seem and finding an alternate definition or meaning, right? Because we're all virgins. When we hear something new and incorporate, and then we have an epiphany, a spark, and we allow that seed to grow. We find alternate methods and ways to look at something, or we allow ourselves to communicate with others so we can incorporate their perception so that we're not being so judgmental and defiant against another person, place, or thing and calling them something which I could be guilty of during right space and time. And I apologize if I've ever offended anyone ever. And trust me, I'm sure I do, and I will again. So again, no, I don't ever have intention of doing so. But right again, take what resonates and leave the rest. And sometimes we need to be triggered in a negative manner in order to have movement, right? So if something again is negative at first, like that fucking bitch said whatever. Again, when I say whore or hoe and whatever prostitute, it's again we went against our inner compass and we decided to sell ourselves short. So I'm not always stating anything about anything like that because I have lots of friends that have had to do that and people that have been forced to do that in childhood and do that as a profession now. So there's a lot of, well, again, intention and why people do things and what they're doing and how they're acting and like when they think it's funny. People have had to do that to survive or because they've been forced to and what have you. And also just because whatever and like, whatever, if that's you and whatever you do you. But again, there's other beings that, right, like are using it and they're causing harm in other people's, dimensions and realms and what have you, just like that nuclear blast or whatever have you that way back when, and they thought they didn't do anything and they blew a hole in a whole other fucking goddamn dimension and fucking collapsed it into this one, right? So yeah. And they're like, oh, nothing happened. Let's have a cigar and a whiskey. Yeah. So, anyway. Strength. And this actually also reminds me of the guy card we pulled. So I so appreciate you all. Happy fucking Tuesday. You guys are fucking awesome. And peaks to joy. Just keep swimming. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell if you feel like it. Thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever. It brings energy. I hope you liked it. At least a few things that went through here. I'm very happy and grateful. I got 2 hearty hearts. I love you all too. I'm just gonna pull a romance card for us. Because how can I not? We experience love and got our hearts broken and go through separation and all this chaos and confusions and delusions and multiple star systems and astrophysics and quantum physics, and we have like our whole freaking world come crashing down upon us from the inside out. It's like great, like the Twin Towers fall, which was an inside job, just like this is, right? Oh, the inside job, meaning it happened, yeah, I do believe here. Not I do believe, but, getting to know each other. However, again, I don't know, things happen in the Matrix, things happen like, that movie Craft, so things happen, they want to show us more. Romantic feelings. So we got getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So yeah, inside job, like I was just saying, right? Your innermost bond, your innermost parts of self, right? Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Romantic feelings, right? We were just saying again, right? We allowed ourselves to feel so that we can find ourselves, have our hearts broken, collapse upon ourselves. Because I know those airplanes went through the tops. However, as you all know, or anybody else that's ever studied this, those things were detonated from the inside out up along the walls. So, and that had so, and that's why it fell in upon itself as it did. So, again, being an inside job or a one-man job, nobody else can go inside you and do this work for you. You have to breathe for yourself, right? Your heart beats in your body. You have to do your inner work and deal with your shadow side and your demons and etc. Right? The devil is inside, right? So other stuff is echoing around, but all those things happening, right? You got to make the effort, right? Which you are, and you have been, and you're doing an amazing fucking job. If nobody has told you, I am now, And again, we're all perfectly imperfect, so nobody expects perfection. We just expect effort, right? And what everybody needs to do by listening to their divine guidance and inner compass, because their constitution by God is written on their heart, and God owns your soul, right? So whatever your agreement is with God, that's what the fuck it is. And if you made a deal with, say, Satan, right? Well, that's just the name. It's like God obviously knows that's the opposite pole of God's ass, right? So again, the feet chakras. So great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So not being so judgmental and allowing ourselves to go through what we got to go through, flirt, is all we can do. You know, there's going to be scary times and there's going to be, right, hard times and there's going to be fun times. And we just going to keep going through and cosmic surfing and cutting vines, right? Or, right, letting go, like blasting them with the violet flame as we surf on by, right? Because the vines grow up and they strangle the trees. So we're just like having fun with, right, gardening and allowing ourselves to just do what we got to do by being in our now and present moment. And that's why they call it the present, because it's a gift. And it says extend your lighthearted energy to others. So stay present the best you can. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell, and come back next time that you see me pop up. And I love you so much, and thank you. Mwah.